What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and it has been a bad past few weeks for Activision Blizzard, and today it only got worse. After the past few weeks included a lot of bad PR, including things involving World of Warcraft, what happened today and what dropped about an hour ago is on a completely different level. It is going to be a massive headache for them going forward. You can see from the headline, Activision Blizzard sued by California over allegations of, quote, frat boy culture and sexual harassment. The lawsuit is a result of a 2-year investigation by the state of California. There are already a lot of people reacting to this, taking this very much at face value and completely ignoring the fact that these are all allegations and all alleged. And this is what we are going to see. It almost will not matter if any of this happened because the mainstream games journalists, the media, so many influential people are already talking about this like it is a fact, like it has happened. So I don't know what Activision and Blizzard is going to do here, but I wanted to give you guys some details. Look through a little bit of the lawsuit because just in the first few paragraphs, I already find inaccuracies, but I'm sure most people are going to forget about that because, well, they say that they weren't treated fairly. We have to do better because that's what games journalists have become. It's just another form of activism for them, and they're going to portray it however they want. But let's continue on with this a little bit. Following a 2-year investigation by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, the state has filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for fostering a, quote, frat boy culture in which female employees are allegedly subjected to unequal pay and sexual harassment. We'll get into that unequal pay. A lot of alleging involved, isn't there? As reported by Bloomberg, Activision Blizzard is being accused by the state of California of discriminating against female employees at nearly all levels of employment, including in regards to compensation, promotion, assignments, and termination. The state alleges Activision Blizzard's leadership has failed to address these and any outstanding issues or prevent them from occurring in the workplace. Now, this is the entirety of this complaint, this lawsuit that has been filed against Activision. It's 29 pages. I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing, at least not on this video. Maybe I'll do a live stream at some point. I don't know if someone like Nick Rekieta might cover this. Hogue Law, I can almost guarantee that Richard Hogue is going to dive into something like this in great detail. But you can see in the Superior Court of the state of California and in the County of Los Angeles, the Department of Fair Housing and Employment versus Activision Blizzard. A bunch of things they're referencing, including feminist critics of video games facing threats in Gamergate campaign from the New York Times and about Anita Sarkeesian. So you already know what this is going to be about. I just wanted to show you a few things that are very, very strange indeed. Unlike its customer base of increasingly diverse players, Defendant's workforce is only about 20% women. Let's stop right there. We know that they try to tell us, well, over half of gamers are women. We know the type of games that they count them as playing. It's literally, mobile games. It's Candy Crush. It's things like that. When you're talking about the games that primarily Activision is making, specifically first-person shooters, things like that, it's not nearly as high a rate of women that are playing. And there's not as many women in the workforce. That's just a fucking fact. But they're taking this and trying to already set the standard of, wow, how terrible is it they only have 20% of the workforce is women, despite however many people have actually applied. Its top leadership is also exclusively white and male. Well, that's strange because we're going to look through all of these things here in just a second because they listed all of their highest executives, and there seems to be one who's a woman in there. But again, we'll have to verify. The CEO and president roles are now and have always been held by white men. Very few women have reached top roles in the company. The women who do reach higher roles earn less salary, incentive pay, and total compensation than their male peers, as evidenced in the defendant's own records. And now here they list, several of their top people. Now, they said its top leadership is exclusively male and white. Well, I went down here and I see Claudine Naughton. That's interesting. Claudine Naughton. I ran a quick Google search. Oh, wait, that's a woman. So already your lawsuit has inaccuracies in it. Not a great look in the third paragraph. We didn't even really dive into the first two, just descriptive paragraphs. But they try to say, oh, look at this money they made versus this money they made. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. It's all just a load of shit. But anyway, what they're going to go through is that they're saying there is a frat boy workplace culture that discriminates against women. There are a lot of different things when you look at Activision trending. Everyone's already saying it's terrible. These things happen. They need to be held accountable. Before this paper is even cold. This paper has still been freshly printed with a lawsuit. They're already saying things need to change at Activision. Things need to change at Activision for a lot of reasons. But before you go ahead and throw these guys in jail for this, maybe they should have a chance to actually respond to this lawsuit. That's all I'm saying. Do I think that there are probably some people at Activision that have been treated unfairly? Yes, I probably do think that's the case. Is it because everyone there is sexist and they're holding the women down? No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think this is a lot of people that are going after opportunities. And you can clearly see just in the first few paragraphs, there are so many things that are just not accurate with what they're portraying in just the third paragraph. So a lot of people are going to dig into this over the next few days. But I had to get this news out to you guys. The suit filed Tuesday says Activision Blizzard, which is made up about 20% women, assigns women and women of color to lower paid and lower opportunity levels with lower starting pay for similar work as their male counterparts. I don't believe that. I do not believe this. You're going to need to show me some really fucking hard evidence rather than just these nameless, faceless allegations that a black woman is hired to do the same job as a white man hired into this company, yet gets paid less for the same exact thing. You're going to need to prove that to me. If you can prove that to me, that they say, hey, pay the black women less than the white men when they first come in here at the same responsibilities, then I'll be on your side. Then I will agree with you. Until then, these are just allegations. And you can see that people are already using it to portray it a certain way. This excerpt about black women working at Activision is going to haunt me. Listen to this. This is paragraph 40. Women of color were particularly vulnerable targets of defendants' discriminatory practices. An African-American employee noted that it took her 2 years to be made into a permanent employee, while men hired after her were made permanent employees. Is that because of any reason? No reason associated? Maybe you weren't as good as them. Maybe you didn't do as good of a job as them. Is that a possibility? I don't know. She also was micromanaged such by her male coworkers, were known to be playing video games without any intervention by her supervisor, but her supervisor would call and check on her if she took a break to go on a walk. Another African-American employee who worked on the information technology was similarly micromanaged by her manager, unlike the men on the team. This all seems like complete hearsay in so many ways. Now, Activision has basically come out and said, hey, listen, we're going to respond to this. This lawsuit was filed without any real research being done on it, despite the fact that it's reported as a 2-year investigation. This is what they said. We value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. There's no place at our company or industry, any industry, for sexual misconduct or harassment of any kind. We take every allegation seriously and investigate all claims. In cases related to misconduct, action was taken to address the issue. And that's the thing. When you have a company of 10,000 employees, which is roughly the size of Activision Blizzard, if not bigger, you are going to have cases where people act like assholes, where people are wrong, where people are mean, where people are bad, because it's just a certain segment of society. But to now try to hold Activision Blizzard accountable and say it's the culture, they have a culture of racism and frat boy, they discriminate against women and encourage sexual harassment. I have a hard time believing some of that. I really do. I think they encourage poor business practices. That's what I think about Activision Blizzard, but you're going to need to show me some more proof other than he said, she said, nameless, faceless, this person got hired permanently before I did, and people micromanage more. Maybe you're not good at your job. Maybe that's why you're micromanaged more. Maybe that's why it took a long time. But this is really just in the beginnings, guys, just in the first few hours of this story. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Activision. A lot of people just indicting them immediately. I saw this parody article. Gamers disgusted to hear news that Activision Blizzard employs women. That's pretty good. But everyone is already indicting them without anything other than these allegations. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. This is going to be a hot topic for a while. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.